Greetings. This video is going to show you how to use Smart Art in Microsoft Word. It's sort of the kind of diagrams or graphics you would use if you want to create diagrams, or sort of like mind maps or flowcharts or those kinds of things. So it's great for making study notes, or when we talk about file management, when we in cat theory. This is also a good right, because it is a graphic. We're going to use it the same way that we will insert it, the same way that we would do with simple images or graphics. Right, so we're going to use the insert tab, and we are looking for your illustrations group, same way we found shapes and pictures and chart. Right, we're looking for Smart Art. Okay, so when you click on it, and it will give you various options. Okay, it will give us, and we can choose the category that we would like to work with. So it will give us a long list or various options of the kinds of graphics we can use, and if you hover over it, you'll see that it will give you the name of it. So box lists, basic block lists. If you want to, you can click on lists. It'll give you all the various options. A process, so like step 1, step 2, step 3, like your input, output, that kind of information. A cycle. So if you do life sciences, there's a cycle of the way that things work. You could choose one like that. Or hierarchy, so something on the top, something at the bottom. So I'm going to choose one of these so that I can show you very simply how to use Smart Art. Okay, so I'm going to choose that one because I think it works nicely. As soon as you insert your Smart Art graphic, you'll notice you get a design tab and a format tab again, because it works like the graphics do. You can choose if you want it to be various styles. So you want it to be a little bit more 3D. You want them to look, the usual way to select styles. But remember that the main part, or the main idea of doing this, is so that it's able to be read. So you make sure that you're choosing something that is or has the ability to be read easily. Again, if you are not too certain about your layout, you can then change it again in your layouts tab. So you do have the option of that. I'm going to stay with the one that I've got. Also, on your design tab, besides changing layouts, you can then change color. So they give you some options that you can choose from. Okay, so maybe let's go a darker shade of blue and then varying shades of blue. All right, and then we want to add our text. Okay, you could choose to click on them one by one and select them like this, or the other way is in your create graphic. On your design tab, your create graphic group, there's something called a text panel. If you open the text panel, it'll give you the steps of the way that your graphic is going to work. So let's say, for example, this is my file management for work 2020. So everything that I would do at work for 2020, and under that I'll maybe choose my different subjects. So I'll choose cat for the one. And you can see the various where the bullets are working, that the cat will fit under work, and that bullet over there is the same as that bullet, so they will fit under work. And then these two will fit under cat, and this bullet will fit under that bullet. All right, so under cat, maybe I'll have MS Word and MS Excel. Okay, and then let's say we've got my next subject would be English. Okay, so grade, let's make it language. Language is not the only thing we teach in English, so now I'm stuck. Not really. Okay, if you are missing some things, you need to add in information. We use, again, your create graphic group, and there's the very first one is called add shape. If you click on the arrow, they give you two options. You can add a shape after the one that you've just worked on, or before the one you've just worked on. You need to then make sure that you've selected the tab that you've just worked on. Okay, so add shape after. They have just added 2 shapes after language. So we do language, we do literature, and we can add writing. Okay, so there's a simple sort of file management of how my folders would work on my computer. So if you click on Work 2020, you'll see that you'll get a cat folder and an English folder, and within my cat folder you might find MS Word, MS Excel, maybe even PowerPoint or theory notes, and then in my English folder you'll find language or literature. Right, so you can sort of work on this, you can design the way you want it to look. Now, while I'm looking at it, you find, okay, maybe this is a little bit more difficult to read, so we'll maybe change the layout a little bit so that it's more legible. Okay, let's just keep it simple. Okay, and then if we're not happy with the layout, you can pick a different layout. Since you've got the information in it, it will rearrange the way that it will fit in. But once you've added the text, you've added the information into that graphic, it will then work nicely. Okay, we can try another one quickly. So insert smart art. I think this time let's do a quick cycle. I think a very basic cycle. And maybe our cycle could include maybe like about recycling. I think we all know about recycling. So okay, and if we don't want some of them, we can get rid of them. So we only need 3 in the cycle. There we can have 3. And we can change the color since it's all about recycling. That's usually green. So let's go a nice bright shade, a nice shade of green, because that's in essence what recycling is about. Okay, add information, and then remember you need to select it first to have your specific designs available, and then you can change the layouts as well. Right, so that's very simply in a nutshell how to use Smart